What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be our Asheville, Brevard, North Carolina trip that we did back in 2021 in the fall. Now what I'll tell you is that we had a good mix of trails that we hit up, some breweries, some food. Probably my favorite thing that we did was Black Mountain for me. And we redid Black Mountain, it was amazing. What was your favorite brewery, Neely?
Oscar Blues.
Mike, what was your favorite trail? Favorite trail. Lexi, what was your favorite part of the trip?
The cabin.
The cabin. So, super fun. Oh, he likes Rocky Ridge. So, super fun time. Check it out. If you have any questions on how to build your family vacation in North Carolina, Asheville, Brevard specifically, let us know. And just so you know, we're here at Triton Brewing Company in Indianapolis. If you ever, what do you got there, babe?
This is a fudge brownie stout.
Oh boy. Today is Indiana Stout Day. So
rare stout.
there you go. So if you're ever in Indianapolis and you're biking at Fort Harrison State Park, you've got to stop at Triton. It's legit. So enjoy the video. Put it in the comments if you have any questions, and thanks for riding. Appreciate it. All right, so the first stop on our way to North Carolina is Knoxville, Tennessee.
Juicy IPA.
In Skip Grill, baby.
What'd you order?
Mother clucker.
Oh?
The big old fat burger is what that is.
We'll put them reverse it. Is there a burger in there somewhere?
There's two actually.
Caramelized banana with peanut butter, and sweet potato fries and apple butter.
So we finished up lunch in Knoxville, headed to Brevard, North Carolina, where we found our Airbnb. Now this Airbnb is actually in DuPont State Forest, across the street from Reeves Bike Park.
We're here.
And it's pretty much a one-bedroom apartment above a
Here's where
garage
Micah gets to sleep.
and a little pantry. So the
It's
kids
a
slept
nice
on
little apartment above a garage.
kids slept on the couch at the pull-out, and the adults got the bed.
Welcome to the cottage.
I am. Believe it.
Don't wake the bear. Yeah, this is very accurate for this room. No
What do you think, Mama?
I like it. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So you know we're right in DuPont. We've got to go ride when we get there. So we loaded up and headed up to do Ridgeline.
Oh my God.
And we found something that we didn't want to find.
Because it's too wet. It's still too wet apparently. Let's ride just a double track or something. We're not doing the single track.
So the trails were closed, so we just did some double track roads. Nothing really much to show here, folks. So we are going to pack up and head to Oscar Blues. Now this is this place in Brevard where you've got to check out. Probably one of the best breweries and coolest hangouts.
All right, babe, what'd you get?
I got thick haze.
What is it?
I like them thicky.
In hazy?
The hazy IPA.
You know what the IBUs are?
Nope.
So how would you compare this to the other IPAs that you've had here at Oscar Blues?
My favorite is Cannabis, and this might be just a notch above Cannabis.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
And what I got was the amber, and it's pretty good. See, I'm starting off slower. I'm going to do an amber, possibly a dunkel, and work up to the double Cannabis. What's up, buddy? Woody, how you doing?
Good.
So we typically take cards, we're playing some Phase 10, having a good time, and we got a little hungry, so we headed to Jet's Pizza, just inside Brevard.
What are we getting tonight?
Detroit style pizza.
My fave. What do you got? Jet's Pizza.
Day 2. So this is day 2 in Brevard, really. Day 1 because yesterday we got here, we tried to ride in DuPont. It was too wet, we didn't do it, don't want to damage trails. However, in Pisgah, they're pretty rocky and can handle a lot. So what we did was, Neely actually shuttled me up to the top on 276, and I'm gonna hop on a service road, and I'm gonna hit Bennett Gap. And I'm gonna see if Micah can hit Bennett Gap. So I'm gonna check it out first with all the rain that we've had. Just wanna make sure it's not gonna be too dicey for him. And the plan is for me to go back down. The family is gonna set up some hammocks down by the stable. And then if it's all good, my wife's gonna shuttle my son and I back up to the top, and we're gonna do Bennett Gap together. So let's see what we have in store today. Probably should have checked my tire pressure. Service road 477, baby.
Well, that's embarrassing.
The Bennett Gap.
So there's a little bit of a climb, then flattens out at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a ridge. There it is. Nice, nice.
This is probably one of the most pictured areas when people go mountain biking in
Let's go
Brevard
down. Do a little bit more zigzagging.
Bennett Gap,
And then
got a
it gets
beautiful lookout.
super gnarly.
Little chunk, not too bad until you get to here.
Yeah. Like this. Now Jeff Lanowski does this. The Steagall's big, fat, neep, and deep.
Deep and deep means
Huh?
not gonna
See?
do it. Same with that.
Another lookout.
So once you get through a couple of the super technical sections that probably not a lot of people do, but there's definitely some out there, then it just gets into more of this just chunky. Couple of drop-offs. I ride a Santa Cruz High Tower, and
As I'm going down these, I'm thinking, can Micah do these?
and
Ugh.
probably not. And then it goes back up again.
Here comes a chunky section, I believe. Let me rephrase. A chunky section that I can ride.
So I've got 150 travel on the front of my High Tower. Micah, he's got a newly rebuilt 2022 Tall Boy with a fork from my old 2017 Tall Boy that's only got, I think, 110, 120 travel. So some of these drops for him on that bike would definitely be a challenge. So once you get through the chunk, then it just just a nice flow ride down the side of the ridge to the bottom. Now here's the bottom, and I'll tell you, I said in the beginning that the family was gonna set up hammocks by the stables. There's not a good spot for the hammock, so they stayed in the car.
You're not gonna hate me, are you?
And I just shared the news that Micah can't ride Bennett Gap. So what we did was we actually found a different place for
River
them to
access?
hammock.
Hammocking. Spot to stop for the family while we go biking.
So this is a better spot than the stables for your family to chill if you're wanting to go biking. So we are gonna try a new trail. This is a blue trail.
All right, we gotta ride the road. Go.
I would say, from my experience, you know.
So this is the bottom of Black Mountain. Yeah. So we're actually going up Black Mountain.
This is probably going to be the best blue intermediate trail in Pisgah if you're just wanting to get not too much gnar.
All right. That's a good sign. Hold on. If we go this way, it's a little bit more climbing. Flow all the, not flow, I don't know. But down, all the way down. And this way, it's just all the way down. But it's shorter. All right, YouTube. Micah chooses to go right. So that's what we're going to do. You want to go first? You want me to go first so I can call out what's coming?
So this is Sycamore Cove, intermediate
It's a bunch
trail.
of root drops.
Overall, I would probably take Neely down this. There's a couple of
Watch
spots
the
where she
rocks.
might not be comfortable with, but overall, it's
wooden
actually a
bridge.
pretty
Be
good
very
trail.
careful, it's not too slippery.
And it gives you the flavor of Pisgah National Forest without
This
taking
is
down something
perfect.
like Bennett Gap.
I should bring Neely out here. Rocky! Ah, a little jump.
Oh, God, my hands hurt.
All right, let's go. Take us there, Skitch.
Mike is going to lead us.
Left. This is kind of cool. This reminds me of kind of like Copper Harbor.
Anyone been to Copper Harbor? Reminds me kind
Job.
of like Garden Brook.
Don't pop up on the
sections of
road,
Garden
Micah.
Brook.
Go. Oh, you guys crossing? I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Get in
So-
front of me.
The road ride isn't too bad, but I think it's worth it for Neely and Lexi to have a good spot to chill. So as you can see,
What'd you say?
I fell asleep.
Ari, does that make you happy?
Makes me very happy.
so we headed out, and it's time for a beer, folks. I'm on vacation, so you head right outside of Pisgah, turn right. The hub's on your left. Augusta Brewing Company is on your right. So this place
To
is...
Oktoberfest, please.
No.
Go inside and make it. Here's some
Steak tacos. Hard reading.
Let's get
Well,
a
it
big
goes
old fat nachos.
better with beer
or
than
something.
some
There's
good
tacos.
Mexican food
Get some
from a
nachos
food
and
truck.
some tacos, and we'll figure it out.
All right.
What you making?
A granny square.
Ooh, from the food truck.
I'm gonna eat them. Okay, good. I say you won't be able to taste.
What you gonna have?
Tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah, it's just beans. Oh. Yeah.
Yes, please.
So went back to the house, took a shower, and headed into Asheville. This is Juicy Lucy's in Asheville, North Carolina. It is over by the Biltmore, is what I would say, in that area. If you've ever been to Minneapolis, they have the famous Juicy Lucy. I think this is kind of a ripoff, but it's good. It's a good ripoff because a Juicy Lucy is a burger with cheese stuffed in it.
What do you got?
And it is legit. So here's heading into Asheville. On the left-hand side is where the Biltmore is, and they have a High Wire location down by there, so we checked it out. High Wire is probably one of our favorite breweries in Asheville, I would say. This is where they do a lot of the brewing, as you can see from the tanks.
He does it like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
They like to make
got
fun
that
of me
on
for how I
camera.
shuffle my cards. Not very nice. Let's go to day 3. What's day 3?
All right, so we are back again at DuPont. We are back 2 days later from the other day because the other day they were closed. And that's what we're gonna do is we're at the Gideon Farm parking lot. We're gonna head down. What's the trail called, Micah?
Ridgeline?
No. We're gonna do Shoal Creek Trail. It looks like a newer one that I'm not aware of. And that'll take us to the bottom. Then we'll climb up a little bit and go on Ridgy Live. So we're parked up here. We're gonna flow down, and then my wife and I are gonna climb up, and Micah's just gonna chill at the bottom because it's a little bit of a climb. So let's see how the trails are. Hopefully they're good. See ya. All right, let's go check out the kids loop.
So they have a nice little area here where the kids can go play.
It's a little skinny.
It's got a loop, it's got some wood features, got a little itty bitty jumps right here that kids can try to get their tires off the ground. So we started here.
Is this a teeter-totter?
Yeah.
Boop. Nice little kids loop here. Nice and wide. Ebis could do this one. You could.
But she didn't.
Eat! Come, let's go do the jump.
Micah wanted
Nice
to
little
try to...
practice starter jumps here. Mike is gonna test out the old tall boy.
We just got this tall boy back from Indie Cycle Specialist. Shout out to
Little
Scott
kid
Irons.
trails over here, but we're gonna head back to the beginning.
So this trail is, picture you're going past
Watch
where
to the
we
left.
parked,
There it is.
up the hill, and you're gonna hang a left. I'm not sure if this is new or not, but I've never gone down it, so I thought we would take it on
You wanna go in front, Micah?
our trek to Ridgeline. Nice, easy trail. If someone who's wanting to find a trail to do, but is still slightly beginner, that'd be a good one. However, rifle, you've got to climb up, and it's a little bit of a grind for someone who's not used to climbing. For someone like myself, it's not a big deal.
Hickory Mountain Road.
So this is the
You guys
road
can go in front of me.
that will take you over
Evis.
to Ridgeline. And this is...
You guys go ahead. I'll follow you. You too, babe. Give me a chance to check it out. It's all downhill, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I'll follow mom. Or unless you want me to follow you.
I kind of want you to.
All right. Don't be hucking it too much now, you hear?
Ridgeline, baby. This used to be at one point the trail that everyone wanted to ride. Now I'll tell you, with all the machine built and everything going on anywhere, this huge bust of machine built trails everywhere, you know, maybe
Go, Ebis, go!
maybe not as high up on the list, but still
Woo!
blast.
Get it.
What's cool about Ridgeline is like my wife, you know, probably a beginner, a little bit higher level of a straight beginner, can ride this, have fun. Or someone like myself can try to
There
send
it
it
is.
as fast as you can and have a good time as well. So that's the
What's
bottom.
wrong?
I think I remembered it.
It's because it's so washed out.
Yeah.
So Micah's going to stay at the bottom. We're going to take Jim Branch up to the top with where the car is. At the beginning of Jim Branch, you
So
got
there's
this
an easier
nice
trail
rock
to the
garden.
left there.
Pretty fun to get up, but there's another
That's
trail you
right.
can use to get up to the top. So this is a climb up to the top. I will tell you that, reminder, I've got longer versions of every single one of these trail systems on my channel. So this is just a snippet.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can race Neely. She's gonna go load up the bikes, and I'm gonna try to race down Ridgeline to see if we can beat her at the bottom. Who's gonna win?
You.
That's not very fun. Let's do this.
All right, back to Ridgeline. Neely's taking the car down. I'm taking Ridgeline, and the goal is to see who can get to the bottom first. So once again, like I was saying, longer versions of these rides are on my channel. I just want to do a nice snippet to give you a flavor of what to expect on some of these. But if you want a full version or to check out more of Ridgeline, hop on my trail or hop on my channel, and you can see some other shots and longer versions. So this will kind of give you an idea as to how slow we were going with Micah versus how fast you can go. And honestly, I'm just an intermediate rider. I'm sure there's people who just freaking send this trail, and it would be a cool way to watch it. So here's the bottom, ride the road, around the corner.
Did I beat her?
There's Mike on the right.
Is Mom here? Victorious, I beat her.
On a bike, she's in a car, and I won. All right, so took Micah back, and actually Neely and I wanted to go out and ride a little bit more. We had a route planned out, but it didn't work out as much and ended up just being a bunch of gravel. So if you're wanting to go out and just grind a bunch of gravel, this could be a way that you could do it. High Falls Covered Bridge, this is actually a very cool spot. You can hike to the bottom of this and see a very cool waterfall at the bottom.
Pretty good today.
Keep in mind, if you don't know this, but they filmed a lot of shots for the Hunger Games.
All right, let's get back on the trail for once,
Right
huh?
in the middle
Enough
of
with these
DuPont
dumb
State
roads. Word. This one starts off with a little bit of a climb.
So this will be our first part of doing a trail on this particular ride. Pitch Pine is what it's called, intermediate. Now, honestly, it's a little bit of a climb at the beginning, some technical, and then it just kind of winds back and forth like this. Nothing super, oh my god, this is an amazing trail, but okay. Then we're going to cross the road and hit Three Lakes Intermediate Trail. Once again, very easy trail. So if you're looking for just a nice, easy ride, this could be it. We're going to pop out on Joanna Road. Now this was a grind up, a lot of climbing.
No, that.
But nothing special, just a road, and then we turn left on Grassy Creek. Now this is actually a pretty fun section.
And it's sandy too.
It's sand at the bottom, and then it kind of zigzags down a hill, and has some pretty fast sections. I really enjoyed it. This is probably the best part of this ride, was that trail. Now with all the water, there's a creek crossing back there, and you got your feet wet. Typically they have rocks where you can walk across it and not get wet. Climb up on the road, and we are at the top. Headed back to the house, got cleaned up, and went downtown to Dugan's Pub. It is an Irish pub, and this is actually a place we usually hit up each time we go down there. They have some really good food. I got myself a nice Reuben, and then we headed.
We decided after dinner to get Brevard Brewing Company. There's Lexi and Micah playing Exploding Kittens.
He doesn't like the game, but he bought it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Day 4. We are going to be heading eastward about 10 minutes from our Airbnb in DuPont to Canooga Bike Park. It is a new one. It's fun. It's exciting. And let's check it out.
All right, so we are at Canooga. It's a new mountain bike park that you can go to. There's no shuttle fee, but you got to pay a pass to come ride here. But it's pretty much some downhill, so I'm hoping to get some good flow. It's about 500-mile climb, so Micah is riding the e-bike. What did I say?
Mile.
Yeah, 500 feet, not 500 mile. So let's check out the greens, the blues, and maybe some blacks. See you.
So this is the climb up. It's a little bit of a grind. If you've got someone who's not used to climbing, They're going to be able to go up this once, maybe twice. This is actually another family from Indianapolis that we saw down there, so it was very cool to see them. But it's a grind if you're a beginner. But here's the top.
All right, what do you got? What are we riding?
Let's see.
That's actually Southeast style.
Southeast
Can
style.
I go first?
That is like a
Do you want to go first?
Whistler type
You go
jump
first,
run.
and if I want
So
to pass,
big,
I'll
fat, deep, and
just
deep.
kind of holler at you. Just be careful. You don't have clips.
So this is the Green Beginner Trail Evergreen. Similar to what I was talking about with Ridgeline.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on your right here.
Fun for a beginner. Nothing
Be
too
careful, buddy. Okay?
scary or intimidating. You can probably take young riders on this too. However, you can also send it and go pretty fast as well. There may be a couple of jumps, but not really any major jumps on this trail. It's just going to be flowing berms going down a hill, and just go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. And it seems pretty long too. As you're doing this, you're like, God, this is still going. Which is good, right? That's what we want, is to have a nice, long trail going down. So here's the bottom with the intersection.
First in flight.
So
Take
you're
it
gonna be
easy. There's some
heading-
tabletops on here, okay?
There's essentially two bottom of the hills. That's where Evergreen comes down, and then there's another bottom of the hill where, like, First in Flight and some other trails kind of come together at the bottom. First in Flight is a nice trail to kind of get used to jumping. Some nice tabletops.
Just go slow, okay? Don't do any jumps. And I'll meet you at the very bottom. Like, you know where we all kind of came together? I'll wait there for you. And then we'll head back to the car. Check your tire, check my shock. Aight.
So
Have
Mike is going to be doing Evergreen. I'm doing GNCC. This is like a dirt bike trail, which is probably why it's called GNCC, which is Grand National Cross Country. So very reminiscent. You've got a couple of lines in some of these turns with ruts.
Stick down there? I broke a spoke. Mother of God!
So this ride was not great from a mechanical perspective. So my shock was actually jacked up, and it needed air, and then my pump was messed up, so I couldn't put air in it. So going down Evergreen that first time, I actually kept it open, but it was too bouncy. I couldn't do much of anything. So I actually locked out my shock for the rest of the day, just because it was almost
chicken line.
almost too much to handle with it being bouncy, with it being so low on air. And then I broke a spoke, and then Micah actually had an issue with his tire. Shout out to the Canooga guys who were working on the trail. He saw that we were kind of messing with the tire and said, hey, I've got a pump in the back, let us use this pump. And then he even said, hey, if you get low and you see my truck, just go grab my pump out of the back of my truck. You don't need to come find me. Just whatever we can do to help. So shout out to the Canooga guys. Very, very cool and very nice. So here's Micah finishing up Evergreen.
Hey, baby.
Broke a spoke.
You did?
Yeah. The GNC was fun, but you probably couldn't have done it. It would have been.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, it would have been too much. Let's head back.
Goggles.
Knee and deep.
Yeah, so Micah, he's actually riding my wife's e-bike. So e-bikes are permitted here in Canooga, and knowing that the climb would be a challenge for him, you know, he was fine with the bike and the e-bike, but still got to get some of his fitness up. But headed back to the car.
I'll be back. Word.
Tried to fix the shock, didn't work, so climbed back up. Want to do GNCC again. Actually, I think the first time I had my shock still open. This time I locked it out so I could try to send it.
Freaking whoops.
Speaking of trying to be like a dirt bike trail, they had whoops on this trail. Like I've never seen it. It was pretty freaking cool. So Canooga has everything. It's got some intermediate jump runs. It's got some big jump runs like probably I've never seen before, myself personally.
Green of the Ever.
It's got the Evergreen. It's
Got my shock locked out on this time.
It's got another blue Roto Ruckus that I wasn't able to ride when I was there because they were working on it. But I've heard that is a really, really good trail. With all of my bike issues, I didn't even do any of the black trails when I was there that particular day.
That's the end, folks.
With the missing spoke and my shock locked out. So maybe next time. Not today. Not today.
I had it locked out the whole time. All right, bro. So we just got in at Canooga. And what have you been dying to do on this trip?
Fish.
So where are we at?
I have no idea. I just know it's a pond.
We are in DuPont State Forest at Lake Imogene.
Hardly a lake.
Which is the parking lot at the bottom of Ridgeline, Ridgy Life. And we're gonna see if we can catch some fish. So here we go.
Yeah, so this is the lake that you actually ride by when you're going from the bottom of Ridgeline over to Jim Branch.
All right, how'd we fare?
What?
Did we catch anything?
Nothing.
Only a cold.
So now we're headed back into Asheville for the night, and we wanted to check out Highland Brewing. Now, this is one that's a little bit set away from the rest of the other breweries.
So we are hitting up
But
one
it
of
is
our
worth it.
favorite breweries. This is Highland Brewing. It's a little bit off the beaten path from like the South Slope and the downtown Asheville, but definitely a place that you need to check out. Last time we were here, the kids were dancing and having a good time with live music, and I think they've got some frisbee golf and some fun dog events planned tonight, so let's go check it out.
Like I said, very cool open area. They got a stage in the corner there where we've been before, and they've had live music playing. So we're going to actually head outside because it was a nice day, and this is a very cool outdoor section called the Meadow. They've got beach volleyball that you could do. They've got frisbee golf that we're going to show you about. They have another outdoor bar right here. They have a couple of outdoor bars, open areas for
All right,
the dogs
Mrs. S,
to
walk
run
me
around.
through. What'd you get?
And some good beer.
All hazies except for one, which is Oktoberfest.
Of course.
Duh. So there's Oktoberfest, there's Rising Haze, there's Blue Ridge Haze, and then there's Altitude Change.
Yummy. All right, what we got going on here?
All right, so Putts and Pints every Tuesday from 4 p.m. till dark. Highland Brewing Company. We're gonna be out here. We have a 6-hole putting course. It's 4 rounds. You get 2 shots from each putting station. So you'll start here, hole 1, go to hole 2, and then 3, and then you'll cross over the
Cool.
parking lot, play on the far side back towards the trail on 4, 5, and 6. And so that consists of round 1. On the scorecards here, as we have, all of the flag colors match up with the round that you're scoring for.
Okay.
So round 1 is pink, 2 orange, 3 red, 4 white.
Cool.
So very easy. As soon as you're out there, when you're at the basket, you should be able to pretty easily see all the flags so you know where you're going to next
All
round.
right.
I'm here.
What'd you think? Was it fun?
It's fun. It's hard though.
Good times? Great oldies, 105.1?
Yeah.
Like I said, we love their beer. The food truck was really good too. This is definitely a place we have to go to every time we're in Asheville. So at this point, we're going to head into the South Slope and check out some other breweries that Asheville has to offer. Another location that Highwire has, of course. This is actually the one where we discovered
Double high
Highwire.
pitch. Who's driving? I'll take a double high pitch.
Double high pitch.
You know it.
Sorry.
All right, so we are on to day 5. Now, our cabin is probably about 10-15 minutes from a Starbucks, but we went to the hub to get some local, the Nutter Butter peanut butter latte here at the Velvet Cup right next to the hub. Look at that. So this is a mama special that she's been cooking us every single day. Get it, mama. Yummy. Holla. Oh boy. Let me just edit that. Edit Micah with my sandwich. Love me a breakfast sandy. Oh boy. So Neil and I headed out. We actually parked in a parking spot we've never been to in DuPont State Forest. It is on the south side of DuPont, and we're going to be doing a south side loop and show you a couple of really good trails that you could do with someone like Neely, who is a beginner, slightly more beginner, and see some good trails and some good scenery. So we are headed out on Fawn Lake Road, and we're going to be hitting Reason Over Creek Trail to take us into this ride. Now, Reason Over Creek Trail is not anything that is going to be difficult for anybody. You do have to, you know, kind of zigzag, go down, nothing technical.
I hear a waterfall.
And they have
Ready?
some flowage.
You can just roll across it.
And then they have a pretty rock crossing, river crossing with some
Just
rocks.
keep your bottom bracket out. I can come back, babe. I got it. You're good. If you let go, I'm good.
Look at that beautiful scenery. Love some good flowage. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a climb. So climb's not too bad.
Oh my, this thing is so much easier to climb on.
Yeah, so call out, I'm actually riding the tall boy with what Mike is usually riding, and it sounds like it's easier to climb. So Turkey Knob Road is going to take us out. This is just going to be a regular road. Not too much climbing, nice and flat. A little bit ups and downs, but not too much to take us over to another loop that we're going to do.
Oh, look at that spider web.
But before we do that...
Oh my God.
And the spider's right in the middle of it. That is freaking crazy.
This spider.
It doesn't jump, does it?
Look at that. The cobweb looked like rope, for God's sake. So, Poplar Hill Loop. This is a small little loop. I'll tell you, it's got a little bit of technical chunk to it. Like, you can see it bounce around a little bit, but nothing that I'm used to, you know, the level I'm used to. But Neely absolutely loved this trail. So you pretty much just kind of, we went clockwise on the loop.
This is beautiful.
And then you just climb back out of it.
Huh. Old station wagon.
Decent climb. For someone who's not used to climbing, might get you a little winded. So at this point, we're taking the road,
I feel like we'll be turning right soon.
back to Reason Over Creek
Right here.
Trail.
Yep.
So essentially, we just did this little loop just to get a little
How's
bit
it
more
going, man?
mileage in for the day.
Good, bud. Have a good ride.
Now, the last time we were at DuPont, we did Reason Over Creek Trail. We went the opposite way, and this way is 10 times better. Because you do a little bit of climb,
here.
and then it's pretty much all downhill from there. Some fast sections that you'll see, and then even some root and rock sections that Neely actually kind of sent it more than what she typically does, and honestly for her, kind of helped her progress. So it was actually a cool thing to see, which we'll see in just a second.
Nice. Heads up on the roots. More roots, but stay to the left and you can do it. There you go.
Boom.
You bad.
Drop the mic.
Did you really? Yeah. Man, I need to, all right, you go, you follow me, or you go first. We're almost done. I can hear the babbling creek.
I want to see what Neely's doing. Look at this. This is stuff that she's not used to doing.
Oh, shit. Mom's ready for Schooner Trace.
And as you know, it's never as
Yeah, you can.
gnarly when you're seeing on the video, but for her, this was a big deal. So nice work, babe. Especially right here. You can hear the excitement in my voice.
Oh my gosh. She bad.
Got some good flowage here for Greg Leonard.
That was probably the best.
This is what it's all worth right here.
That's awesome. You did amazing.
Oh.
Look at that flowage. It's a beaut, Clock. It's a beaut.
Look who's smiling.
So we're gonna follow this trail, and you have to do another creek
That's
crossing.
deep.
Luckily, you've got rocks to walk across
These rocks are manageable. Whoa!
until you follow.
Yeah, yeah. And don't get the bottom bracket wet if you can. I don't like that angle with wet shoes. It's not bad coming the other way.
Maybe.
I don't want you walking it through.
I think it's just gonna have to be wet.
Well, Ermagerd. Yeah. Like I said, going this way, it's not bad. It's the other way that kind of sucks. And that one, wiggle it just a little bit.
So we're gonna be climbing out of this. It's a decent climb, and this climb is gonna take us to the airstrip. Now the airstrip is a super, super cool airstrip in the middle of DuPont, where you take off there and you see this view.
Where we at, Mama?
We are at the airstrip.
Like, what's so special about the airstrip? It's just
It's an actual airstrip.
just a concrete pad in the middle of nowhere.
Until you
I
turn
mean,
around.
until you take off and you, oh my God. Oh my God.
And that shot doesn't even do that
Look at that.
justice.
Nice. It's a butte clock.
So turn around, we're gonna head to Conservation Road. Now to the left, it'll take you to
That'd be
our
the way to
car.
go straight home.
To the right, which is where we're going, is gonna
Right
take
here.
us over to
You wanna go
this
first?
trail. Now this trail is called Mine Mountain Intermediate Trail. It is an intermediate trail, Mine Mountain. And you essentially climb up and
It goes down pretty good. So let's just do that. You ready?
Yep. We're going down now?
We're going down. And if it's fun, I'm just gonna keep going, okay? I'll meet you at the bottom. Be safe.
so this is
All
what I'll
right.
tell you.
Is it time? See ya!
It was time to go down, and you barely went down, but you climbed up. So what I would say is this
Got a
particular
little
trail,
rocky right here.
go the opposite way.
Got rocks right here. Go down the middle, then hang a left.
There's another section that she would have never done in the past that she's
Man.
pushing the limits.
Woo,
For her.
baby. Oh, a little house. You want to get married here?
So like I said, I would definitely go the other way if I were to do this trail again. It just felt like we climbed forever and hardly went down. But that's the ride. And Neely just absolutely
That
loved
was a
it.
blast, though. That whole ride was a blast.
She'll tell you all about it.
Good. All right, we got done. What do you think?
That whole ride was a blast for me. All 2 hours of it.
Why?
Because it was not too hard for me, a little bit challenging for me. Made me do some things that I couldn't just not commit to. And climb, flow, water.
Flow like the TV show?
Yeah, it was great.
All right.
All right, so we headed in and got some subs because I want to
What'd you
go
order?
do.
The Philly sub without any onions. Yep.
Awkward silence. All right, so we are picking up Creekside subs, and the fam is going to go back to Sycamore Flats, set up some hammocks and fish and do whatnot, and I'm going to go ride Black Mountain. Now, Black Mountain is one of those trails that everybody's got to ride when they go to Pisgah. Now, I'll tell you that they've redone it. So Black Mountain has been redone, and we'll kind of walk you through some of the changes. So
Well,
we're
let's
going to be
hear.
taking...
We are near the horse stables. So this is where you can park to go on the climb up Clawhammer Road for Black Mountain. Right now I'm about 3.5 miles from where I started with leaving the kids and Neely. And you just start the climb, and it's a climb, let me tell you.
So Clawhammer Road, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a road that just meanders up the hill to get you to the top of Black Mountain, which is right here. Got to get a picture.
Let's do this.
So you get all excited. Yeah, Black Mountain, this is going to be so awesome. Hop on your bike, start riding. And then you go around the tree and you're like,
Oh, shit.
So, word of advice, hike a bike. There's quite a bit of hike a bike at the top of Black Mountain that you still have to do after Clawhammer. Once that's all done, it's finally time to start going downhill. Now, this is actually my first time doing Upper Black Mountain. I've never done it before. And you hang a right here.
Huh?
You hang a right. And it's just going to be slow for about, I believe someone told me, 5 miles down. There's no big jumps. There's not a ton of techie rock super chunk like what you have on some of the other Pisgah trails. If you want that, you might want to go on those trails, because right now for Black Mountain, it's just going to be a long, go as fast as you can trail down the mountain. So I'm actually just going to shut up and let you just enjoy the ride down Black Mountain, baby. So there is a slight climb.
This
in
is
the middle.
amazing.
And instead of doing too much of a climb right here, they actually take you to the left and you stay on the ridge and just follow the ridge. So there isn't a ton like it used to be, I believe. Now I will tell you, towards the end of the ride, it starts getting a little bit more shaky than what it has in the past.
Holy crap.
Because the battery was getting low because I was low on battery power. But once again, if you want to see the full version of Black Mountain, hop on my YouTube channel and check it out. I've got a full version out there. This is just going to be a snippet to give you a flavor of what to expect on the newly reworked Black Mountain Trail in Pisgah National Forest.
Got it all.
I was afraid I was going to lose my battery. So probably one of my favorite trails. Definitely in my top 5, 100%. I had a blast. I loved it. I'm kind of curious if you've been on it. Let me know. Do you like the new version or do you want the old version? Let me know what you think.
Oh my God. That trail.
All right, so day 6. So actually, Mom didn't make us any breakfast sandies on day 6. We actually headed into Brevard and wanted to grab some breakfast at the local diner, and it did not disappoint.
There we go.
They have all the stuff that you would expect. Omelet, amazing. Grits, I'm in the South. You got to get some biscuits and gravy right there.
How's it taste?
Yummy.
That was yours, bud.
Micah didn't
It
get
was so
anything.
good.
Like that table.
No, he got
He
something.
got his chicken and waffles.
You know it. Now, this is going to be a little bit off the beaten path, but I'll tell you. So this is us hiking up to Big Rock. Now, my wife and I were high school sweethearts. We have been dating since we were in high school. We've been married for 20 years. This is our 20-year anniversary. We love going to Brevard and Asheville. We want to retire here. So what we did was we renewed our vows at the top on Big Rock. So I'm not going to give you all the mushy details of it. But I wanted to share this with you because it's not just about mountain biking. What else can you do in Brevard is you can hike a mountain and you can confess your love to your wife who you've been married for 20 years. So we wanted to do a quick ride before we headed into Asheville. So what we did was Neely climbed up to the top of
All right, so
Rocky
we are at
Ridge
the top
and
of Rocky Ridge. I had Neely. Say hi, Neely.
Hi.
She shuttled
Hello.
us to the top. Hello. And the reason why is because we're trying to make a quick trip. We're going to go down Rocky Ridge and then also hit up Ridgeline so we can head back to the house and get showered and head into Asheville for our brewers. Through these routes.
All right, so Rocky Ridge is just one more trail that you can loop into your Ridgeline ride.
Of the Rocky. I'll follow you for a little bit, but there'll be a certain point where I want to pass you, okay?
So we're heading in to Rocky Ridge. Now this, what I'll tell you is that
And you haven't been on this trail in a long time, so don't be getting silly.
it's got some more technical sections than Ridgeline. It's not taken care of as much as Ridgeline, so that's why you have some of the technical
Practice
sections.
pulling up
because
with
of-
your arms instead of your legs.
because of the natural
On those
erosion.
little jumps, like ramp jumps like that. Pull up.
But they actually have more jumps on this trail than Ridgeline does, and it's just kind of these natural kind of more ramp jumps than actual jump
No
jumps.
feet.
I'm trying to teach him not to pull up with his feet because he clips
All right, I'm
in.
gonna sneak by. Be careful, okay?
Send it a little bit and try to give you an idea as to what it's like. Here's some of the more ramp jumps that you can do here. It's fun. You can send it pretty good too.
Get it. Get it.
All right, let's see what Mike has got in the tank. See what technical sections he's going to do on the old tall boy.
Nice.
There we go. He's getting it. That'd be a section that my wife would probably need to walk.
Oh, they beat us.
So they're going to get us at the bottom. We're going to load up quickly. And because we're short on time and we want to get into Asheville,
Careful.
instead of climbing Rifle, she shuttled us to the Gian parking lot where we've started a couple times on this trip. And we're going to shoot over the Ridgeline. And it'll help us eliminate some of the climbing. Hickory Road will take us over there. Ridgey Life, you got to hit left. Here is the first portion.
All right,
before
be
you-
safe.
Before you actually get into
Okay.
Ridgeline.
I'll go first, and then I'll stop and get some shots of you, and then pass you again, okay? You good?
This will be my third time down Ridgeline on this trip. It never disappoints, it never gets old, it never gets boring. It's a blast. I tried a slightly different angle on my camera, and I can't decide. You get a little bit more of the bike in this shot, but you get a little bit less of being able to see up ahead. Still trying to decide if this is a good angle, or if I should stick with my other angle, which has a little bit less bike in it, but a little bit more with what you can see. Taking some pictures while I get some shots.
Go, 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 go!
I tell you what, the thing about riding DuPont is it is so picturesque in a couple of areas. With the trees. Like I said, I don't know if
You better stand up, boy! I'm gonna get you!
if I officially got it out, but a lot of movies have been filmed here in DuPont. One of the most notable is Hunger Games.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
actually, I had COVID a couple weeks ago and watched Hunger Games again.
Get
Like,
it.
oh yeah, that's that part of DuPont that I've used to ride
style,
across.
Stiego style!
Pretty cool.
Stand up, buddy!
He's getting tired. That's Ridgeline. Let's load up.
BB!
And before we go back to the house, there's actually a place within the DuPont State Forest where you can get ice cream and beer. What else do you need after a bike ride is ice cream and beer?
You think you deserve ice cream?
Deep and deep.
And you don't have a choice. You're just an awful one.
Hey.
The DuPont
good.
Canteen.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Got a good selection of beers there. Nice local beers.
There it is.
Mm.
I didn't think I.
Highland Brewing
complained that much.
Gallic Ale. Asheville's first brewer. So heading, actually, we went back, took a shower, and like, you know what? Let's go ahead and hit up Oscar Blues before we go into Asheville. So headed back to Oscar Blues, actually grabbed a bite to eat at their food truck. They've got a pretty good food truck.
We'll see.
This place, I love this place, just how it's
Deep
open.
and deep.
Scoping out all the
we're
stickers.
Here at Oscar Blues, scoping out these stickers, and I cannot help but notice we have Indie Cycle Specialist. Nice work, Mr. Irons.
Look at all that beer to choose from. Good selection. You can never go wrong at Oscar Blues.
He is.
What'd you order?
He'll tell you that.
Grilled cheese.
So why are you putting ketchup on top?
It looks bloody. Look at her.
Because he's your son and he's weird.
What'd we get?
We got a couple of little dogs.
So what beer did you have, dear?
Oscar Blues,
Thick haze.
thick haze.
How was it? It's a New England style IPA, 7%.
It's good.
I mean, that's your go-to is your hazy, right?
Yes. Cannabis is my very, very go-to for Oscar Blues.
Yeah.
Cannabis is great.
And that's actually what I got. They have a Cannabis Tiki IPA, which is a 7%, but it has lactose in it. So it just has a little bit of a tinge of a sweetness. And it is
Pinky up.
Good.
good
With a T at the end.
with the tea.
Yeah, she had the same thick haze like she did the last time. But, all right, heading into Asheville. Before we go into Asheville, we've got to stop at Sierra Nevada. Why? Because this is the Willy Wonka version of a brewery. Look at this place. It is freaking huge.
Oh, boy.
So what you can do is they've got a tap room where you can actually go in and get reservations to eat inside. It was a long wait, so we actually just went outside.
Here's where we
And they
can
have
hang
a
out.
beautiful patio. They have an outdoor tap room that you can go up and get your beers from there. And you can just kind of wander around outside. They've got a nice amphitheater at the bottom where I'm sure they have plenty of music throughout the year. And if there's no music, then the kids can go play.
What'd
What'd you
get
have,
this
babe?
time?
A wet hopped IPA.
Northern Hemisphere
Yes.
wet hopped IPA. Take a drink. Take a
And
drink.
it's wet hopped is smooth, and I like the wet hopped IPAs a lot.
A little bit malty too.
Seems to be a bit darker.
A little bit darker. I got the same thing. Micah, what'd you get to drink?
It's good.
How's it taste?
Good.
That was picture.
Hey, baby.
Mom, I'll have to do it.
Are you fighting?
Yes, we are.
What are you fighting about? Tell me. She's dancing. What are you fighting about? So right next door to Sierra Nevada, this place called Riveter. I'd heard about it, but here we go.
Look at this place. I had no idea that it was right next to Sierra Nevada. We just stumbled upon it. When you take the roundabout, it's just the other section of the roundabout. You take it, and you can see this gigantic outdoor bike park. It's awesome. So we didn't have our bikes. We were done for the day. This is definitely going to be on our list for next time when we come and even have it covered. So even if it's raining, you could still ride a couple of sections. So it looks very cool, very fun. I'd say put on your list if you want to do some jumps, because there aren't a ton outside of Canooga. There probably aren't a ton of jumps in DuPont or Pisgah. So headed into officially Asheville, and the other big brewery in Asheville is New Belgium Brewing. So they
Look at
built
that
this
bridge.
probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I think, back in 2016, 2017, I believe.
Can't read my list out loud.
And not as big as Sierra Nevada, but still a cool vibe. And you know what? It's got the biking thing going on with the Fat Tire themed bikes that they have throughout the brewery.
Beer.
And it's also right near the river, and they've got some bike paths, so you can probably plan a urban ride through Asheville and have this definitely be a stop for you as you're on your bike ride. So we picked a table outside.
New Belgium!
They all look like they're smiling too.
What'd you have,
Alright,
babe?
what'd you get?
I'm distracted by Frenchies.
What'd you get? My family wants me to get a dog, and I don't want a dog. Another one. We have a black lab. He is fine.
No,
He's
he's not.
probably
He's about to
dying
die.
soon. And then
Please send help. We want a Frenchie so badly. Please.
no. What
Leave a
kind of dog
comment
did you get? For God's
on the
sake, what
YouTube
did you get?
channel.
It's a
Do we get a
hazy IPA.
Frenchie dog or do we
I forgot
not?
what it's called.
If there's enough people who say
Thanks.
yes,
How is it?
It's good.
In
maybe
Belgium?
I'll get one.
Belgium.
Belgium. And I got it's
What
a
are these?
sour
BD
IPA. I'm not a
B2K.
huge sour guy, but I'll drink a good sour IPA.
Mine is a V2K.
All right, so we wanted to get some grub. Clagan, I don't know how to say it. Pub. It's right off downtown, the main drag.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's pretty good.
What do
Got
we
some
have here?
notches.
You can't taste it, Micah. I don't. This is Irish nachos. Shepherd's pie.
Shrimp!
Typical Irish pub, very good food. I got a Reuben,
Buffalo chicky.
Jack the Ripper?
Yep.
What'd you get?
Jack the River.
Jack the
Really?
Ripper. My family loves chicken
I got the
sandwiches, I
Reuben
swear.
with or onion ring and IPA.
So then we wanted to kind of cruise through downtown. They have an art museum there, and they also have a chocolate
What do we got here?
lounge.
Chocolate lounge. Chocolate.
You can't get anything
Why?
because you've been bad.
Yeah,
How do you eat it?
anything
You
sweet,
eat like a piece of cake.
they're gonna
Like
have.
on the
You
street?
just get into it.
On the street?
Well, you
Get
can
it.
sit outside. There's tables.
Freaking streets?
Let's grab life for the snickerdoodle.
Got some ice cream, got some cookies, got some cake, got some pie. Pie. Look at that. Quintessential chocolate cake.
Peanut butter.
It was a lot. It was
What do you
rich.
have?
I have no idea how to say it.
Chocolate or
Quintessential.
chocolate?
Chocolate.
All right, and then you got to hit up Wicked Weed Brewing. So this is our last stop for the night. There's a basement. Went downstairs, had a beer. Kids played with the dog. It was a good time.
We are in the basement of Wicked Weed. Kids found a new friend.
And that was the end of day 6. On to day 7. Day 7 is we've got to pack up and we've got to leave our Great Airbnb nestled in DuPont. Plenty of fog that day. What was cool about it, this is how foggy it was. By the time you get to the top of the Blue Ridge Parkway, it was sunny and beautiful. So we've never actually driven the Blue Ridge Parkway from Brevard to Asheville. I definitely recommend it. Our next stop on the way home is Knoxville, Tennessee. If you have not been to Knoxville, you must go. This is the Baker's Creek Preserve. There's a couple of areas in which you can go. They've got the urban wilderness where it's another area where you can
You want to go
park.
do this real quick?
And it's next to the like a big mooring pit where you can swim and kayak in the summer. This is the area of Baker's Creek where they have a couple of areas, some wall rides, and this is really reminiscent in my mind of a small Bentonville. And I actually have a video on my channel where it says, you know, is Knoxville the new Bentonville? So we're going to do a couple of these sections, and then nice little wooden features here. And I'm going to head over to the downhill section. So they've got 3 downhills here over at the Baker's Creek, and also a gigantic pump track, and then a concrete jump
I'm going to
run.
head up. Are you going to stay here? All right, I'll be back.
Micah stayed and hung out on the jump run. I'm going to climb all the way up and do a couple of these. So they've got a blue,
Get to the top.
a black, and a double
Hang
black.
right.
The double black is a legit Devil's Head racetrack, whatever it's called. This is going to be the intermediate trail. It used to be a green trail, I believe, but they've since made it an intermediate trail. This is a perfect jump run where you could take someone down if they're learning to jump and learning to do big berms. Nothing, there's
Shoot it
no
up in the air.
commitment levels. These jumps are easily
Could you double
rollable.
that?
There's a couple of small little doubles in the middle, but you can, honestly, if you don't know any better, then you wouldn't know to double them, and you just roll them. They had recently redone Cruise Valley. In the next run that you'll see, Barn Burner, and these runs are buttery smooth. It is so fun and so fast. It's pretty scenty. Here's the little doubles here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could do. So next time, I hit them up. I think the climb up, don't quote me on this, I probably should look before I say this, but I feel like it's about 500 to 600 feet. Maybe 400 to 500 feet. Because I feel like it was slightly less than what we did in Canooga, and a lot more manageable than the climb on Canooga. You could do a lot more runs without getting too blown out. And then here at the bottom, they got a couple of little doubles too that you can do. I was rolling them not knowing that you can double them, and then I started hitting them at the end.
Yeah.
So that's Cruise Valley. Climb back up. Let's hit Barn Burner, baby. Now, Barn Burner, there's a couple of ways to do this. In the first section, so they've got some tabletops at the top. You can session these. These are bigger than what they have on Cruise Valley. A little bit steeper, a little bit of a booter's egg. Oh, don't you know? You can see I'm getting a little bit more air, but still not difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit these up, and then the trail goes to the right. I'm going to hang off to the left, take this trail up, short little climb up to the top, and I'm going to do it again. If you watch my full version of Barn Burner out on YouTube, the full version, you can see the entire trail, but there's many sections where you can just like stop like this and just cut out and do just 2 sessions to get used to it. Get better at, one section and then go to the next section, so then you can tie in the entire trail and hit it hard. So here's where the jumps get a little bit bigger. This one right here is probably twice as big as those last tabletops, and then you jump into the turn right here. This next jump isn't too big, but I still don't think I did it because I didn't have enough momentum to carry me over it.
All
There's
right.
the next session where you can hang off and do that.
2. Head back up.
So headed back up and did this section again. I wanted to do this one so bad, but
Well, I don't know.
still building up my jumping skills from when I lost all my confidence this past summer. For those of you who don't know, I broke my collarbone and my shoulder blade the summer of 2021 in June, and I was out for almost the entire summer. So lost a little bit of confidence on a couple of things, jumps being one of them, but kind of building back up to it and looking forward to hitting these suckers in 2022 and hopefully making them. These are pretty big right here, to my standards anyways. Jumping to the turn, it's pretty cool. This is my other advice, I would say. Don't do too much barn burner until you can do Cruise Valley 100%. Once you can do that, then go to barn burner. And then don't go to Devil's Racetrack until you can do barn burner 100%. Use that as that progression. And if you do that, it'll help you.
They've redone those trails. They're smooth like butter.
So playing around down here on this little jump run, it's pretty cool. Got some drop-offs here. And then what's cool about this is you can ride this every day of the year. Probably don't get too much ice or snow in Knoxville, so I would even think in the wintertime these are probably rideable because of the concrete. So you can see Knoxville is definitely making a point to build up as a destination, and it is. I'll tell you that for Knoxville, it's about 5 hours from Indianapolis. So if we can get a 3-day weekend, this is actually one of the places where we usually consider to go, because we can head out of work on Friday and get down there, get in a hotel, and have a full day of Saturday of riding, and then ride some on Sunday and head home Sunday night. Knoxville, love it. If you haven't been there, check it out. And this is just a smidge of what you can do. So convince Micah to climb the hill, because he doesn't like climbing. So once again, Cruise Valley, it's a great trail to take a beginner, or even someone like Micah who's wanting to do more jumps, but probably isn't ready for barn burner yet. He needs to get more confident on the trails and jumps on Cruise Valley. And he did a little tree jump there. That's nice.
Check you out. Watch these. These are fun though. Easy.
Getting a little steezy there. Calm it down, back it down, bro.
Fun, isn't it?
You wouldn't think by watching this that it's that tiring just to go down
You're
the
the
hill.
double, so you shouldn't do.
But if you're working it, you get a
Right
serious
here.
workout. All right, well that's Cruise Valley, folks.
I think the girls are ready for us to head home. Yeah. Taylor, nice meeting you, man. Yeah.
Super cool kid that Mike was hanging out with at the jump runs while I was riding. So headed back, got with the ladies. Shocker, chilling in a hammock like my wife loves to do. And we headed to get some lunch.
Ride at Urban Wilderness.
Got to get some tacos.
Oh yeah. Tacos.
This place is amazing. Amazing food and amazing margaritas. Margaritas! So good.
A picture of strawberry margaritas. Yes, please.
Eat.
That means breakfast burrito. What'd you get, Mama Sin?
A burrito.
A burrito.
A burrito.
I don't know what the burrito is.
Burrito.
Taco salad. And a plate check with another burrito.
Hello.
Those burritos are amazing.
Hello.
So good.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, guys. So that is our Asheville trip. What I will tell you is there is so much to do besides just biking. The breweries, the hikes, go fishing, renew your vows, see the mountains. We loved it. So if you have any questions about building your Asheville, Brevard mountain biking family trip, reach out to us. Let us know. We'd love nothing more than to help you and to get other families out having the same adventures that we do. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, comment. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Help the channel grow. And peace out, suckers. See ya!